You know what they say. Something's got to give. I'm Jonathan Coachman. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
All right, Coach, thanks. We are across the Cumberland River from downtown Nashville at Nissan Stadium in Tennessee. Today, it's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we've got a good one in store between the San Francisco 49ers and the Tennessee Titans. So here are the Titans now for their first drive. Leading them out is their quarterback, the former 12th overall pick. Some refer to him as the natural, Deshaun Watson.
Well, he did go 2-2 in the last ball game. Well, actually, he went 2-2-1, with the one being the victory.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line there. But wasn't it funny at practice? He threw one when we were watching, threw an interception, and the defense got on him a little bit, good-naturedly. But they're letting him know, you got to cut down those interceptions. We can't bail you out all the time.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. But as you said, they got the win in that effort last week.
This is it. 19. He's coming. Check in. Cut.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Let's go, boy.
An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
He goes to you, it's you. He comes to me, it's me. Motion.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
Catch it. 94.
On first down, Watson. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. How about a 39-yard pickup? They'll take it. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run with Coleman on first down. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 11 more on that one and another first down. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flipped it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. It's the fullback. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Titans take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. So here are the Niners now to get their first drive. They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick in the 2018 draft, the Oklahoma Sooner, Baker Mayfield.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
first down, Mayfield. And he finds Tyler Kroft. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 15 for the Niners there and a first down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing.
Derrick Henry all alone. The 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Derrick Henry with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working.
It's a foot race. The 40, past the 20, and into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Tevin Coleman. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Titans have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Derrick Henry trots back out there and gets ready to go. At his current pace, sure looks well in line for a 1,000-yard season, but some of the older folks watching that remember the 12-game seasons in the NFL probably say, man, it was a lot harder to do that back then.
Yeah, even the 14-game seasons. And, when we talk to those veteran runners, some of those guys who wear gold jackets, right, and appear in Canton, they look at this and go, it's kind of like going to school and taking 5 years to get your degree instead of just 4.
A victory lap. Now, they also used to walk uphill to school both ways.
In the snow.
Milk was 5 cents. Hey, but he's having a great year, not to take anything away from him. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. On third down, Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Touchdown, Titans! All told, it's a punt return of 74 yards. And the Titans get the quick strike touchdown.
When you've got a guy that fast back there to receive punts, that's a nightmare for the guy game planning, the special teams coach, but it's also a nightmare for the punter. Sometimes they get so nervous that they miss-hit the ball and kick it right to him.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now 21-7. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On second down, here's Henry. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Defense wins championships, baby.
Throwing, Mayfield, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield, get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
There you go. Slant.
Derrick Henry. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and 8. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big this afternoon on the run game.
And in so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Check.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, that was their 3rd sack of the ball game. 2nd in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the 2nd spot pretty soon. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Titans to take over on offense. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. They begin the drive with Coleman. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. This is Coleman. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
Back to throw, Watson. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
Watson, he is going to find Hill here. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down.
Well, it all came together on that one, didn't it?
Big time throw on 4th.
Now that had to feel good, didn't it? Taking that type of a gamble there and making it pay off. What a throw.
And tough as a receiver because no matter how perfect the pass, you know it's 4th down and you got to convert.
A little bit of extra pressure, but he overcame it.
A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
It's Coleman here. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Check three.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Here's Jones. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
On 2nd down, it's Henry. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. From the gun, Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Watch out for Hill on the return. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the offense will take over with... the new set of downs. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added on to their lead. But that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game. But we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive. And he's going to profess that he was happy to get points. And we know that's not true. Okay, after this type of a drive.
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Titans. Tevin Coleman with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here.
And right now, these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. This is Henry. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. 3rd and long for Mayfield. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I'd love to know what he's saying in the huddle now to his guys up front because it's been a steady stream of pressure on him this entire game. That time, able to avoid the sack, but he's got to talk to his offensive line and say, guys, just a couple seconds extra, please.
And take it right on the 30. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. Tevin Coleman and the rest of the offense making their way back out. Might he be on his way to a record-setting performance here, Charles? 2nd quarter and the yardage number already ridiculous.
And they always talk about just focusing on the next play. But sometimes it's okay to dream big because
they're focusing on the 4th quarter already.
Listen, I don't blame you, though, because we could be witnessing some type of history here, and it's being done by him and, of course, the big guys up front who are creating the holes for him to run through.
Yeah, they've all been good so far. Coleman now. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 1st down, Titans, gain of 12.
Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
20, look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Mecole Hardman. His 5th touchdown now on the year as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and the result in the end, a Titans touchdown. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. Listen, there's there got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Mayfield on 1st down. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a 1st down. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be 2nd down. had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Going to the air again with Mayfield. He completes it to Henry. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Mayfield with it once more. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Kenny Clark picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Now Deshaun Watson and his offense heading back out there. Yeah, they have had success on the ground, really as a team, doing well carrying the football. So maybe a little less pressure on his shoulders as the quarterback.
Any pressure he's carrying right now, that's self-inflicted, right? He's taking it on. He doesn't need to. Continue to do what you just said. Let everyone else carry the football.
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. Well, that certainly changes things.
Yeah, I think the thought process is they took this lead into the...
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
This challenge was initiated by the guys in New York. Taking a look at the play, less than 2 minutes to go.
Yeah, I'm sure the coach wanted to challenge it, so he's probably going to send the New York office a holiday card.
Mike, check.
On 1st and 10, Watson eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson, and that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
24.
Watson now to throw. And that is incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Still a little bit of time left here in the 2nd quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
19 seconds showing to play in the half as they come up here 1st and 10. Well, indeed, try to run it out as they start on the ground. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And the grab by Croft. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Mayfield now. That's complete to Smith. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Final play of the half, Mayfield. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. He was looking for Paul Richardson there, and it'll bring up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Mayfield, this time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley, and he'll bring this one back to the 29. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They'll try and run with their fullback. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
And that was a good collision right there. And I know this as a former defender. If you're playing linebacker, you're going through a checklist on every play on who you think's going to get the ball and where you think the ball's going to go. Rarely do you expect the fullback position to get it. And on that play he did. So you've got to steel yourself at that point because the
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Geno Atkins able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
Here's Jordan Berry now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. This is brought in at the 21. A good return there, 17 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Tevin Coleman and the rest of the offense making their way back out. And there are the numbers. Got off to that torrid hot start. We thought he was in for maybe a career day. Not the case.
No doubt about it. It almost looks like a misprint after what we saw in the first half. But let's give a little bit of credit to the guys on our side of the ball. They went in at halftime, made a few adjustments, and you know what? They didn't lose their confidence in their ability to play. Because a lot of times you get beat down in the first half, it gets ugly in the second half. They've come out with a new resolve and a renewed determination.
It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 10.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go? Rush coming, and he's taken down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. He's going to let this one go deep. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Now Deshaun Watson and his offense heading back out there. He's been a good game manager. They're winning here in the third quarter, but really the ground game is where it's been at for them, hasn't it?
So whatever the game plan was, you just got to focus on continuing to run the football. And really that takes the pressure off of the guy throwing it around. Doesn't have to be the focal point. Hand it off, let him chew up the yardage in big plays, and your team's winning. The only people upset, the fantasy guys who may have started him at quarterback in their leagues.
And we'll see if they continue with a recipe of the ground game. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Third down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Coleman. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Jones. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. On 2nd down now. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Coming to you, coming to you.
Now Jones. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The Titans on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. They'll try to run this one in. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Aaron Jones, his 6th touchdown of the season as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. So another score there.
Often you talk about the three phases of the game: defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a fourth phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now this one complete on the slant route, and he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march up another 15 against your squad.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Tyler Kroft, the tight end, the one he was looking for. But it'll be second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Mayfield to throw it. That's going to be caught by Richardson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. Mayfield now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. Now Mayfield lost the football. It's picked up by the Titans. The 20, 10, and they're going to bring this one back. A fumble return touchdown for the Titans. It gives some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice to such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. We focus our attention on the Titans defense now. And they had the fumble return for a touchdown, and boom, they're right back out there again.
And you hear so many people talk about opportunity.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Titans. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And they're going to bring this one back. A fumble return touchdown for the Titans. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. You talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. All right, shift now to the Tennessee defense here. A first down throw for Mayfield. Under pressure, and they got to him again.
They can't stop us. They cannot hold us down.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Let's go, baby.
Here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I
we
enjoy.
share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's second down now. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Hey, Sam on. Go. Rush in. Slam to go.
On second down, it's Jackson. They'll get only... A couple down to the 44.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
To the air, Allen. It's Hill, complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 16.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Again, it's Jackson as he'll stay on the ground. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel. General West.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 3rd down, this is Jackson. And he will have the 1st down before he's brought down at the 3. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. They'll try the ground game with Jackson. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And this is going to be 49er football.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that's scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
Mayfield now after the fumble recovery. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. He's at the 50, 30, past the 20. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. And that touchdown, well, it barely puts a dent in this lead. And unfortunately, I'm having too many flashbacks right now. I remember getting beat down like this playing before.
Oh, yeah? College, high school?
College. Not a heck of a lot of fun. I still remember playing and trying to tackle an elusive tailback who ended up scoring 4 touchdowns, 226 yards. He scored so many times and had so many great runs, I knew every note to their school's fight song.
But that ice bath felt extra cold afterwards, too.
Oh, no, there was no ice bath. You're just trying to get out of there before the reporters got to you.
They'll begin the drive with Jackson on the ground, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll run again with Jackson. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Go now. 70, Indy. Spell.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Rock it.
Allen looks to throw on 3rd and 1. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Back to what you said in the first quarter, that part of the magic elixir for a road victory for these underdogs was going to be winning the turnover battle. Well, they only have one right now. Look at the scoreboard.
Yeah, not exactly playing to the form that I subscribed, right? When you talk about winning that turnover battle, that evens things out, especially for a road team, especially for a team that's an underdog.
Here I come again.
Mayfield on play action. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. One last shot from Mayfield here. And this is dropped it incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone. As time has run out on this ball game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the